Hey people, welcome to the channel, and the question I want to answer in this video is, should I play Elite Dangerous in 2025? I see a couple of videos here. I went and checked these out along with you folks. This, is fun for me. If you enjoy the content of the channel, by the way, do subscribe. Keep in mind, this is not my job. I actually write about survival and preparedness. I have other channels regarding those things. Those are my books over there, which, by the way, if you want to learn more about all of that stuff, which you definitely should, given everything happening in the world, you have these available in Amazon. Over 1,000 reviews, by the way, and this one is also getting a lot. So yeah, that's actually my job. That's what I enjoy doing. That's my passion. I also like video games, so let's do this stuff. I don't have a ton of time between my work and the writing and family and channels and English channel and Spanish channel. It's not a whole lot. So I want to make sure I'm getting into something that is worth my time. This one seems like a good one. Chorizo Machine. All right. Let's click on this one first. Let's skip.
All right. In the console version of Elite Dangerous after I wasn't happy with it. So that video no longer exists, and this one does. Okay. And please bear in mind, everything I do say in this video, it's just my opinion, unless stated otherwise. I received some feedback on the previous video, with a few people telling me that I've been playing the game all wrong. I always welcome criticism, so I went back to the game and considered your comments. Also bear in mind that I'm not a space sim expert. In fact, I'm the total opposite. I'm a casual player with an interest in space and sim games in general, but I'm not very good at them. There are far better YouTube channels out there when it comes to space sims.
Okay, dude, you convinced me. That's not worth my time. All right, let's go with something else. Elite Dangerous. All right, let's go with this one.
Dangerous is worth it. In this video, we're going to go over things like the ships, the game world, the story, some of the crazy systems that power Elite, as well as the price. So let's dive in. There are currently 36 ships in Elite Dangerous, with 4 more coming this year. You got your combat, exploration, trading, jack of all trades, fast and nimble, slow and tanky. But ultimately, what makes Elite ships so special is the insane amount of customization. While the UI will be overwhelming to the first timer, you can really do anything you want with any of the ships you want. You can specialize them for their intended purpose, or build them to do a different one entirely, or make a Swiss Army knife ship that is great at nothing but can do basically everything. The cosmetic customization is there too, with ship kits and paint drops to spice up the look of the ship.
Wait, what? I don't have to pay 20 bucks to have a different color in my ship? This is crazy. What's wrong with you people? Capitalism, come on.
Keep in mind, most of this is going to be earned through ARCs, which is Elite's premium currency. Don't worry though, it's all totally cosmetic, and also earnable in time in-game. And if Frontier keeps up with these events that hand out ARCs, maybe easier yet. Also, considering the price tag of this game, I think the currency's fine. The actual flying of the ships feels incredible and different depending on the size and capabilities of the ship you're currently piloting. The game utilizes what's called a Newtonian flight model. Basically what that means is it's a pretty sick and complex flight system. Also, the UI being physical parts of your ship let you operate way more than you would expect from a video game. It's pretty cool. There is a skill curve, and you will bump into things a lot.
I'm okay with that.
But that's just you earning your wings. Once you get the hang of it, you really do feel like Batman. Well, Game of Worlds would be a better way of putting it. Elite has a 1-to-1 scale Milky Way galaxy within it, with billions and billions of star systems to explore, with probably some of the most fleshed out exploration gameplay that has ever been made. The planet tech itself can be dull, but also quite breathtaking. The Stellar Forge system that put this whole galaxy together utilizes scientific data.
It looks very good, man. And I do agree with the thing that space is empty, dude. It's just the way it is. Yeah, sure, going to one empty planet after the other doesn't seem like a whole lot of fun. And that's where the game aspect comes in. Maybe they drop a little sprinkle here and there of fantasy, which I think it makes sense. But getting upset about, oh, that planet is empty? Well, yes, it's a fucking space game. You're not full of planets chock full of life and stuff going on in there.
The skybox accurately reflects where you are in the galaxy. So if I select a nearby star, I can see it, and it's actually that far away. Of course, orbits, temperature, gravity, and...
Let me know in the comments. This looks like a little bit of a mixture, like more realism, Star Citizen-ish graphics, it's a little bit more realistic than your No Man's Sky sort of thing, but also with a kind of enormous galaxy to explore.
Such are all simulated
Which
as
I
well.
dig.
Currently, the landable planets present in Odyssey, don't worry, we'll get into what that means in a minute, are non- and light atmospherics.
Honestly though, I don't think Elite Dangerous Vanilla is my sort of game. I'm mainly interested in games that focus on telling a story that I can interact with and influence as the game unfolds, and that's just the way that I am.
The biggest thing that was added, at least the story development wise, which you don't have actually story in the game at all, was Thargoids, the aliens, which you can fight now. But there's literally no story at all except for some excerpts, and that you need to piece together one piece by piece, or find someone who has already pieced together the history of the galaxy.
This is one of the biggest misconceptions I hear about Elite way too often. In reality, Elite absolutely does have a story. It's just told in a more unique way. See, the lore of Elite has been being worked on since the 1980s with the release of the original game, so there's quite a bit to dive into if you're ready for the rabbit holes. In terms of the in-game situation, it's told in real time, which means that if the specific chapter of the narrative is over, it's over. For example, this is HIP 22460, a star system where a major narrative event happened over a year ago, and it looks like this now. If you go to the location where this thing is today, you'll find this. Granted, there's like 7 more of them to fight in game right now, but this one is dead, and the 7 others will be soon too. Elite's story, and well, gameplay in general, is the ultimate I was there situation, because when it comes to Elite, you were there. Not only were you there, but you probably contributed to the situation. The narrative is steered by both the players and the developers, and utilizes a BGS system, which we'll get into in a moment as well. Because of the nature of it, there are dull periods that last any number of time, really, and a lot of it has resulted in just reading or listening to some very well voice acted and produced logs. But whenever a narrative event comes to a climax, and an event does take place, it'll be a gaming memory you won't forget.
I'm interested.
Oh shit. I hope we're far enough back.
Oh god. Oh!
Oh shit.
Oh! Oh my god!
Oh goodness.
Holy shit!
Oh my god.
What? Cool off, I'm burning.
Okay.
The cloud's gone.
Oh my god. Are we intended to just watch it explode at this range? It must be, right?
There's still strikes happening, so is there gonna be a secondary explosion?
Maybe we're supposed to watch it from this distance.
Maybe. I'm gonna start boosting towards it. Not like I'm gonna get there anytime soon, but I am. Oh, something's happening.
Oh, that's cool.
Heat sink.
Dude.
That is insane.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Baby.
Dude, that is crazy. But during the narrative lulls, there is still so much more happening at the same time.
BGS. What is that, BGS?
Not Bethesda Game Studios, but background simulation. Not only is it a simulated Milky Way, but every government, war, election, trade route, economy, and more is also simulated. Want to be a space pirate that's...
Wow, so everything that Star Citizen talks about and never actually does, these guys have actually done? Okay.
single-handedly sparked an overthrow of an entire star system? Pick an anarchy faction, do good things for them, and bad things for everyone else, and the sim will react accordingly through its daily update cycle. Not only does the sim run itself, but basically every single thing you do affects it. Not only you, but considering this is an MMO,
Like
you
the
and
guns.
everyone else has an impact. For example, this is a star system that contains this democratic government. I decided to raise their influence and ended up sparking a war within the system. A war we won, and took control of this surface port, expanding the government's reach and resources. Not even mentioning the power play system, which lets you fight on the side of a major superpower, which is getting a major overhaul this year. This system is incredibly complex. There's a lot of ways to interact with it and a lot of ways to play with it. States that a system can be under, and depending on what those states are, different things will be happening in the system at that time. For example, if you are controlling a star system and they suffer a famine, you're going to have to shake up your gameplay in that system if you want to fix the situation.
It looks a lot better in Star Citizen in terms of all of that complexity that the CI Greed talks about all the time, never actually does even a tiny, small little fraction of. And these guys seem to have that simulation very, very well.
The way Elite handles expansions is not quite like
graphics
other
also
games.
look good.
In 2014, you were a pilot in a spaceship in space. That's it. No getting out of your ship or landing on planets. The Horizons expansion gave players the ability to land on non-atmospheric planets and drive around in these SRV buggy guys. Odyssey came out in 2021, and as you can see, wasn't received well. It came out in a pretty sorry state, and while the content on offer is pretty cool, it's not what a lot of people at the time thought it would be. But it has been years since then, and Odyssey is in a much better state. I would still recommend a pretty decent PC to run it, but ultimately I would recommend you play the game with Odyssey, as it comes with some upgrades to the tech running Elite, and is the only way to experience new content coming to the game guaranteed. This brings me to one last thing. If you've taken a look at the store page for Elite in the past, you would have been able to grab Elite Dangerous with Odyssey for a whopping $65 USD. That's a pretty hefty price, but a little over a week ago, they slashed the price of the game. Elite Dangerous, including Odyssey, is now $25 USD, which I'm pretty sure is less than it used to be on sale, which makes the value here, in my opinion, unarguable. If Elite looks like your kind of thing, you can get hundreds, if not thousands of hours out of it easily. And while both the Odyssey expansion and Elite itself are far from perfect things, the price is beyond worth it in my opinion. Not to mention a pretty optimistic looking year ahead. If you want to get in on the Elite Dangerous experience, it's the best time it's ever been to do so.
Yeah, that sounds super solid, man. I like all the complexity. I know it's gonna take. It seems that there's no like ship interiors, but you know what? Lately, I'm like getting over all of the ship interior stuff because unless you have these things, unless there's a purpose to it, what is the point? Honestly, I get more from the ship interior in No Man's Sky, which you may be wondering, oh, there's no ship. Yes, there is. The freighter, which is your big ass capital ship, that it feels like home. You have these NPCs walking around doing shit. You have your stuff. You go back there. You store things there. Feels a lot more lived in than my Polaris, for example. That's a perfect example, right? You have Star Citizen and you have No Man's Sky. The argument is, well, the ships in Star Citizen so much. Well, you know what my Polaris has been doing? Fucking gathering dust. No one uses the damn thing. No one. And people that want to use it beg others to play along with it. You know who uses his freighter in No Man's Sky? Everyone. You use your freighter all the time. You bring it along. It is so cool when your entire fleet just comes out from quantum travel, from hyperdrive or whatever. No, they all show up badass. And you add to that with the expeditions. Fucking great game, man. That's the point of all of that, right? And it is livable. That interior actually works. Oh, but you're not like piloting it. What is it I want to do with that thing? Crash it against a planet? Crash it against a station? Honestly, what would be the point of flying the damn capitals? Oh, but it's so much. Yeah, maybe this much. But again, I go back to my main point. Who the hell flies around with a Polaris? Who the hell uses his freighter in No Man's Sky? Who is super excited about earning your S-class juggernaut pirate freighter for the first time after spending maybe 2 hours grinding the shit out of that thing so as to actually earn it, not buy it, but earn it. Beautiful. Guys, let me know what you think. Should I play Elite Dangerous Expeditions, is it? Or what's... had something like that, right? What is it? Expedition or... Yeah, Elite Dangerous Commander? Yeah, Elite Dangerous Deluxe Edition. I guess that's the one to get. Let me know if you think it's worth it, if you want to see contents from Elite Dangerous or not. No, dude, don't even touch that. Okay, let your comments there below. See you next time.